Lions head into Houston, where they're favored by more than a field goal. Detroit riding a 6-game win streak, while Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown are riding a streak of 30 straight completions. Eric Woodyard of ESPN writing, based on the difficulty of each catch, the chances of keeping the streak going were 1 in 780,000 or something percent. I don't know what percent that is. Josh, how do I pronounce that percent? Okay, Josh bailed out on that one.
1/1000th?
Maybe, but I always get it wrong, according to Next Gen Stats. All right, Greg, so when it feels like when we talk about best duos, this duo never really comes up. Do they deserve more respect?
See, I'm of the belief they have the respect against their opponents. Like this is a duo that you respect. Obviously, they're different this year because of the emergence of their running game is just even more improved. And then Jamison Williams, like he's been impressive. Obviously, Sam Laporta, and they have so many different ways that they can beat you. And so it hasn't been the Amon-Ra Jared Goff show. Right. So I wouldn't have them if I were to create a top 5 list, which I have for you guys.
Great.
I wouldn't have them top 5 this year, but it's not because I'm knocking them. It's because of all the weapons they have. And I'll go through it because Green Bay has a lot of weapons. But at number 5, I got this duo right here. And they're this low.
Wow, that's interesting.
They're this low because there are a lot of teams that have a couple different guys. The Falcons, you got 2 guys down there. You got the Green Bay Packers. Nobody really knows who their number 1 guy is. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith with the Eagles. And so, but the numbers right here with Lamar and Zay Flowers, I got them at number 5. I don't think any team is looking at them saying, man, if we don't stop Flowers, we're going to be in trouble. But they have been very impressive, and I got to give respect to this duo. So I got them at number 5 because of the numbers that support that. At number 4, when I look at this duo, they just get overlooked because they're the quiet ones. They're the new kids on the block. Jaden Reed, obviously a rookie. Terry McLaurin has been putting up numbers since he entered the National Football League. Nobody talks about him. He's always been one of the better receivers in all of football. Now he has a consistent guy at the helm throwing him the ball, and they're going to continue to grow and develop as the season progresses. This one could possibly move up even higher by season end. At number 3, I know this might be a little alarming for some people because this is about as low as Justin Jefferson has ever been on any list. But it's because of who his quarterback is. He's elevated his quarterback play in Sam Darnold. Obviously, Justin Jefferson, one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in all of football. But again, all the weapons that they have on that offense and the various ways that they can beat you, I kind of knock them for that. Obviously, we know who Justin Jefferson is. And then at number 2, this is one.
Sure.
They don't have the wins that all these other teams have, but the numbers, you just can't deny it. And this is Burrow Chase without T. Higgins for a handful of games this season. They've just been putting up electrifying numbers, and they've been doing it since Jamar Chase entered the league, since Burrow's been in the league. They've been a fantastic duo. I got to respect this duo. And at number 1, this might shock a lot of people.
I was going to say.
This might shock a lot of people.
Well,
C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins.
Going.
This duo right here is special. You're talking about a duo. Nico Collins has missed 4 games, and he's top 15 in yards, top 15 in receptions. Like, look at what their offense looks like without Nico Collins. If he were involved right now for these last 4 weeks that he's missed, he may already have 1,000 yards receiving. I know that's a big if, but that's with all the weapons that they have. He has impacted his team more than I would argue any of these guys on this list, and that's why I have him at number 1, this duo.
All right, well, interesting list. I'll address the list in a minute. First, I do want to address the Lions duo. I tend to agree with Greg. I might have them in the top 5, but I think they get the requisite amount of respect. Like, they get what they should get because Amon-Ra, he's like a possession receiver. He's averaging less than 10 yards a catch.
Yep.
Their big play threat is Jamison. Like, as far as receivers, he's averaging over 20 yards a catch. So there's that. Like, the guys that scare you the most are the bigger threats. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned all the other weapons they have. So that's why I just think they get the respect they deserve. And Goff, while he's having a historically great stretch, I still don't put him with Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. Like, I think they're kind of on a tier above him. I think he's a second-tier quarterback, which is great. You might put him this year at the top of that second tier.
But he's not even second tier. You're putting him on, like, third tier.
Yeah.
No.
But if you have Mahomes on a
well,
tier.
if Mahomes on it, but I'm saying, yeah, we all put Mahomes on a separate tier.
That's what I'm saying.
But
So
I'm
if
saying,
Mahomes is one,
I look at Mahomes, I look at Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Lamar as tier 1 quarterbacks.
Oh, I put Mahomes 1, everyone else tier 2. And then
if you
Goff,
go
that's why I have, like, Goff is all of a sudden with.
You putting him with Lamar and those guys?
I'm not. But the last 6 games,
he's been
when
great.
he's completing more passes and has a higher passer rating.
Last couple of years, man.
But remember, Daniels did that for a stretch this year. He was averaging like 83% completion.
I know, but
for a stretch of 4 or 5
6 games. At one point, like, if he does it again against the Texans, it's like, wow, another. He goes 18 for 20, and his passer rating is out of this world. At what point, you'd be like, hey, this guy is setting records for 7 weeks.
It would have to continue maybe not the entire season.
I think it's going to continue because of how effective they are in the running game.
I would say, as far as your list, it's a good list. I would put Chase and Burrow number 1. And I get this year, but even Nico, if you go this year, Nico's been out enough. I would move Chase and Burrow. I think they're the best because I think both of those guys are elite at their position. The only problem, like Darnold, he's just not elite. He's having a great year. Justin is Justin. So
but you can't leave.
Does he carry the
impact that he's had, that obviously Justin Jefferson has? You can't leave him off. You just can't.
I mean, Justin.
He leads the league in receiving yards. He's been good enough.
Can D-Hop and Mahomes crack this list? Yeah, 2 touchdowns. All of a sudden,
they was here all year.
If they continue to build on what they did Monday night, of course.
It's just if they really click like people maybe expect them, and Mahomes starts going,
they won't have to worry about this. They'll be.
It's just
unfortunately.
I like this as a little recurring bit. If it's volatile,
he had to be considered. I give him credit because yesterday we jumped on him for dissing the Texans. So, of course, that's his Super Bowl pick. He had to put him
is that what
#1.
you think I did?
No, I think that definitely.
That's right.
Because we jumped on you pretty hard yesterday.
That's right.
It's okay.
I know it was tough for you.
I didn't abandon my team, so I wasn't worried.
Josh, did you get the pronunciation
It looked
of that
like he abandoned
percentage? Because it turns out
that's why I gave you
10,000. What
is that? One
110,000.
110,000.
Yeah, and he can't,
that's
he can't
impressive.
crack
That
Greg's
is
top
incredible.
5, and he's completed 30 passes in a row. The chance of that happening, 1 in
110,000.
No, it's 10,000%. But it's
I've been swapping for Zay and Lamar.
I'm not sure exactly how that math works.
That's less than 10,000. I don't know.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.